New gear comes out all the time, but there are a few things that continue to go with you for many, many years. And no, it's not the camera or the gimbal. It's something you may not have given very much thought to: a good fluid head for precise camera movements. Meet the SCG T8 fluid head with adjustable pin, tilt, and counterbalance. They have newer options like the SteadyFast legs now, but I paired mine up with the original SteadSolid carbon fiber legs. These are great for solo camera operators. And sometimes I use the T8 fluid head without the tripod legs at all, but more on that later in the video. Actually, let's back it up real quick because this day actually started on a shoot in another location. In this video, we're gonna go over the features, what you get, and my experience with using this tripod. And if this is our first time meeting, I'm Ray Valencia. I'm a full-time filmmaker, and this channel is all about filmmaking gear tips and tutorials. So if that's something that you're interested in, hey, stick around. So this story actually started earlier in the day. I was shooting at a medical spa, and I was using this new SCG tripod on the shoot. And something about this T8 fluid head is just extremely smooth. It has several different ways to adjust it, which we're gonna go over in just a bit, and some other cool features as well. But what really matters most is how smooth of a shot you can get with the tripod. And this tripod head delivers. It's very smooth and precise with its movements. Like, this is great for me. I do add a big broadcast camera quick release plate to it, but this tripod actually has its own quick release functions as well. The SCG tripod heads feature a top-loading quick release plate with an anti-twist design on the actual camera plate itself, and a couple of other pins on the tripod that prevent your camera from slipping off. To remove your camera, you release the tightening clamp on the side of the tripod head and either slide your camera back and press the red release button, or you can pull the camera right off the top. You can also attach the quick release plate directly to your lens, and if you need to pop off the tripod and grab a quick shot, you can easily just pop right off. This top loading and quick release function is actually one of my favorite features, but we're not done yet. By the way guys, this video is not sponsored, although if you're interested in picking up one of these SCG tripods, I can get you a discount off of your purchase. You just use my first name at checkout, and that'll get you a nice little chunk off of your SCG tripod. All right, links are down in the description below. Back into it. The SCG T8 tripod head is a 75mm bowl tripod head, and it weighs just under 5 pounds or 2.18 kilograms, and it's rated to safely support cameras up to 26.5 pounds or 12 kilograms. The 75mm bowl refers to the mounting option that goes onto your tripod or onto other accessories. The great thing about having a ball head on the bottom of your tripod head is you're able to use this on bigger legs if you happen to upgrade your tripod legs in the future, or you're able to use it on something like a professional skater dolly like I have here. And this ball head just drops right into the 75mm adapter on the skater dolly, so you just screw it together like that and clamp it down on there. And you can see I'm handling this tripod head with the camera on it because I trust that it's really locked in there. I don't have to worry about it slipping or falling off. Another benefit of a bowl adapter is once you get the height of your tripod leg set, you can quickly level out the camera with the bowl adapter, and the bubble level actually has a little light on it if you happen to need to balance in a dark situation. You have 4 steps of pan fluid adjustments from 0, 1, 2, and 3. 3 being the most, and same thing for your tilt, 0 through 3. These determine how fast or slow the tripod will react to your movements. You also have 1 through 8 steps of counterbalance, and this is rated between 1 through 8 kilograms on the actual tripod head here. So for us Americans, we would have to convert that from 1 being at 2.2 pounds, and 8, the strongest, being for a 17.6 pound counterbalance. However, these SteadyLite carbon fiber tripod legs are rated to hold up to 44 pounds, so no issues there. I chose the configuration with the mid spreader, and that has an adjustable mid spreader, and you can simply just fold up the tripod by pulling up this little tab on the middle. And then you have numbered markers on the mid spreader to ensure that you're spreading everything out equally. The bottom of the feet are rubberized, and that feels really nice and grippy. They also can tilt so they can adjust on unlevel ground. You can also detach these feet and just go with these claw bottoms. You just pull the rubber strap to release the foot, and then you can switch out the feet or just go with the spikes if you really need to dig into the ground. I find that the height of this tripod is very good. It's over my head certainly, although I'm not very tall, but this is perfect for filming an eye line of any stand-up interview that you may happen to film with this tripod. It's also perfect for filming over large crowds. Let's say you're in the back of a room filming an event and somebody's to stand up in the front of the crowd. This would still be high enough to clear over most people's heads. So very useful with the height of this tripod. Now, how low can this thing get? The minimum height with the legs fully in and this head is about 35 inches. And if you fully extend the spreader on the legs, then you drop about 2 inches lower than that, coming in just a little bit above 33 inches. All right, so let's go ahead and see what comes in the box. Comes with a nice case that holds the tripod in it with a shoulder strap and a double grip hinge strap, double zippered. There are 2 straps holding the tripod in the bag, which is really cool. It just keeps everything nice and secure. And a nice foam padded strap for the head so you don't damage it or scratch it. There's also a little pad here at the top to protect the top of the tripod. There's also a pouch here on the inside. And this is holding the tilt and pan handle. Really nice rubbery grip on this. And it's extendable. And that secures with this airy rosette on the side. No outside zippers or pouches, just the one on the inside. It's actually pretty lightweight, all things considering that it's a heavy duty tripod. I'm just, holding it like this, but these legs are really, really light. I can tell by just holding it like this. There's also a 1/4-20 threaded screw and a 3/8 screw here built into the side of the tripod. You just loosen those up by your fingers or a tool if you get those really cranked in there. And then you can use those here on the plate instead. So with a name like SCG, Smooth Camera Gear, you would expect to get really, really smooth results with this tripod head. So let's go ahead and take a look at some sample footage with using this T8 tripod head. All right, so here we are shooting on the Sony FX6, and I chose this camera to do the test on because this camera has no in-body image stabilization. What you see is what you get, and we're shooting at 23.98 frames per second or 24 frames a second, which means we're not slowing any of this footage down. This is all just real time. So just starting to tilt up through the head, you can see it's very, very smooth, very nice, very smooth, just going up. And let's go ahead and go back down. Very, very, very smooth. All right, let's go over to this tree over here and we'll start the tilt up and going up. Very nice. I'm really impressed by how smooth the movement is on this. All right, let's go back down. Cruising down. This all looks good. Nice. Very consistent. If there's any kind of bumps, that's probably on me. But all right, let's go ahead and check out the pan. All right, so here we are at 35 millimeters. And I'm using a cinema lens, by the way, too. So there's no stabilization on this lens. And now I'll zoom in to 80 millimeters and see what that looks like. Now check it out, there's a bird over there drying his wings. All right, so let's go ahead and do some diagonals now. So going at the floor, and then we're gonna go up and go across this Spanish moss. This is all looking very nice and smooth, no stair stepping or anything like that. So that all looks good. So now let's go ahead and check out some of these faster movements. So I'm gonna put the fluid head on 0 for the pan, and let's try to follow some bikers across this path. Oh, here comes some right now. All right, let's go. All right, here they come, and very nice and smooth. Cool. Well, they probably think I'm a weirdo, but oh well. All right, let's keep going. Now let's put the SCG T8 head on a skater dolly and see what kind of results we get with that. Now these moves can be a little bit more tricky, but they're awesome once you master it, because not only are you having to physically slide the camera along the track, but you're also having to pan the head and keep it in the center. And whenever you master this effect, it creates a nice parallax and a very, very interesting look for your product. As with every review, I always have to mention the negatives as well, and this tripod doesn't have many. My main complaint is that the pan lock works fantastic. It really locks the camera down. Although whenever I use the tilt lock with the lever on the side of the head, I notice whenever I put a lot of pressure onto it that I can still tilt the camera. And this worries me a little bit just in case you happen to have a really heavy setup and something is just off on your counterbalance where it's really front heavy or really back heavy and your camera could potentially, you know, tip over. And you would probably have to have a camera that is really heavy, and I'm using a 15-pound setup here and it's never happened to me, although it's just something that I'm paranoid about and I thought I should mention it. But if you have enough counterbalance on, the camera should stay in its place, and it does take some force to get it to tilt down like this. The particular combination I have here are the carbon fiber legs with a 75mm bowl. These come in at $400, which is really reasonable, and the carbon fiber rods are just a little bit lighter and also very heavy duty, and they just happen to slide really nicely with the way that they've designed these legs. And then you have the SCG T8 fluid head, and this one comes in just under $600. Then you can choose whichever head is better suited for your camera, whatever weight capacity you need or bowl size. So all the options there on SCG's website. I do have a discount code for you as well. Use the code RAY at checkout, and thanks to SCG for setting that up for my viewers. And if you're looking to pick anything up, there'll be links to everything down in the description below. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and leave me a comment if you have questions about anything at all. Shoot for the stars, and I'll see you very soon in the next video.